Parental discretion is advised.
Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you. Hey guys, are you enjoying the Wrestling Mayhem Show? Are you finding value in these conversations? Do you want to support it so we can become even bigger? Check out patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Want to have your business or podcast featured on the show? Contact us at info@sorgatronmedia.com. Subject line, advertising.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect...
Hey guys, it's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. I'm Sorgatron. I'm at Sorgatron on the Twitters, and this is the show where we talk about pro wrestling for live from the Mayhem Studios here in Pittsburgh, PA. I got a fine group of people with me today. One, he's in the studio. He's Bo fucking Diggity.
Woo! Don't even turn me down. Turn me up. I want people to hear this in their speakers. I want the vibrations of my voice to touch them deep in their underparts.
I don't want you to clip, man. Then they can't hear you.
Am I clipping?
Yes, a little bit, I think.
All right, that's fine.
You'll fix it. We'll turn it
All
down
right, do you want me to whisper?
All right,
All right, here, guys.
All right,
Hey, guys. Hey. Woo.
Now you're pee-popping.
No. Hey, girl.
Oh.
Hey, girl.
What's up?
It's your man, Bo Diggity.
Are you ready for some podcast?
Are you ready to wrestle podcast? All right.
Sexy.
All right,
Also with us from Poughkeepsie, New York is Man Mike.
I just got beat up by an epic Nikki Bella. I'm very upset about it.
Oh, he needs a hug or
But
that
I
sexy talk.
won the round.
Listen, she hopes you died in the womb.
I wish that was her modifier at the bottom. Also
That's
with
your
us,
legendary one. Die in the womb.
Just womb death +7.
also with us from Johnstown, PA
Then
is
her
Bobby F. J. Town.
Nikki's legendary card says John Cena won't let me use my woo.
No
Also
room
with
for
us.
rent.
Yeah.
Also with us from the Nether
Extra
Realm
dead
is
silence.
Papa Lunchbox at DJ Lunchbox on the Twitters.
Be Papa Lunchbox, repeat. 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 Shut up, Paul!
I want to point out that I got on a corn dog loop at Kennywood over the weekend and was annoying everybody in my party. Yeah. There you go. This is, of course, your Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can find us at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, where we do Wrestling Mayhem things in a Wrestling Mayhem way in other podcasts as well. He's still going. He's still going.
Corn dog.
There he goes. There he goes. He's dancing. He's still going.
Just continue. We're on iTunes.
We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, YouTube, iHeartRadio. Yeah, iHeartRadio. Video and audio formats. You can also drop us a line at the email address at goodtimes at WrestlingMayhemShow.com or the phone number at 412-206-000.
If you
stop them.
listen,
Stop them.
can we create a new email address real quick?
Why?
Not good. No, good times
We
are
have
sticking around.
we have a
Good times are
t-shirt.
sticking around.
But
It's
we
on
have
the
a t-shirt for
I
this
know.
one.
I know. But if you would like to send us video of yourself dancing to corn dog, please send it to corndog at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, and we might play it on the gold.
Sure, yeah, that'd be awesome, actually. If that doesn't work, please CC at the good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. I can't remember if there's a catch-all on that one, so either way, just sure.
Just make a video of yourself doing the corn dog.
Just a super cut of everyone dancing.
Oh, yeah, we'll supercut the corn dog dance.
Yep.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Also, we're on Facebook, Google+. We have a wonderful Facebook group for the Wrestling Mayhem Show where they have a lot of discussion going on.
It's the only reason to have Facebook.
And we're on Twitter at Mayhem Show.
It legitimately is.
It is.
Because the rest of Facebook kind of sucks.
AJ quit Facebook.
Oh no!
I did. I quit
you don't
Facebook a
join
long
us.
time ago.
You did.
I wish I
blame you
could
at
quit
all,
you.
man.
And you miss out on all the fun that we have.
Listen, Bo Diggity's still around. Bo Diggity sometimes sees what's going on there.
Are
Not
you
all the
saying
time.
you troll us?
I don't
Diggity,
troll
are
or
you
listen. I don't
Santa?
troll or lurk. I will pop up, woo, and then I'm gone again.
Are you
That's what
Santa?
happens.
You have
No,
a
I'm like-
secret.
I'm
I
like-
know how it is. You have
Are
a
you
secret.
Are you James Mike Garcia?
I've been in the
God.
Facebook group and wooed as Bo Diggity, and people in this fucking conversation liked it. So you can't pretend this shit isn't real. All right.
You can say
Oh.
fucking. This is the grown-up show.
But sometimes
you
I
have
have
a
to edit
secret.
myself because I have a child and it
You
comes
have a
out.
secret Facebook account as Jacob Casanova.
I'm not Jacob Casanova.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
Bo
Are
fucking
you
Diggity.
Chris Nickel?
No, I'm not Chris Nickel.
No, wait, that was
No,
me.
whoever did that used the Mayhem account, and I get like notifications on his birthday. That,
Yeah, I still get fucking emails about that.
You
Yeah,
guys
and
are-
I
y'all-
don't know
y'all
the
are stupid.
password to
Jesus
turn it
Christ,
off.
that and Mr. Valencia.
You can just cancel the account.
Can we?
Yeah, you
No,
can
because
cancel.
we
Yeah.
don't have the fucking
Yeah,
password
we don't have the
for it.
password because none of us
It's
here
the same
created it.
password that was for the Mayhem account.
I don't
Anyway.
think that's true. I don't think that's true at all.
So-
anyways,
yeah, I
Anyways.
have an account, and it's the only reason that I don't even try to look at Facebook. There's sometimes where like some people are like, "You need to look at what's in the group," and I'm like, the fuck is that password?
You're just like, pass.
Password, password. Go, and then I go in, I look at it, I'm like, that was pretty funny, and then I close Facebook for another year. So it's fine. I occasionally pop up, I'll woo, and then I'm gone again. I'm like a really shitty stepdad. So, anyways, let's continue going.
or a Ric Flair.
Okay.
or just a Ric Flair.
Listen, Ric Flair pops up when he needs to.
Oh boy. Also, hey, thanks to our Patreon supporters, like of course the guys over at the WrestlingRevolution.com. Please go visit them. And
Say my fucking name.
Wait, who is this on my sheet?
Say my name.
Bo Diggity!
Woo! Goddamn right.
He's here. He's
I'm
here.
right. I'm right
He's
here.
a part of the show. We
I'm a
welcome
part
him
of
on the
this
show. And he's
I
still
put my money from my wallet where I work fucking hard, and I put that money towards this show. So when I come
Right.
here and I break shit, at least I paid for some of it.
That is true. That is true. He
I
did.
broke some shit earlier.
He broke
and
some
you know
stuff
what?
earlier on Awesome Cast, but he paid for it via this show.
I've paid for it via this show.
So I mean, there you go. that kind of evens out.
Hold on, let me balance this shit out. 1, 2, there it is. I paid for that headphone splitter. I at least paid for part of.
At least that one. I mean, it was Radio Shack. It's expensive as crap at Radio Shack. But also, as a Patreon supporter, you received the state of the show.
I do. I got a lovely email from Sorg, telling me all about what was going on with the Mayhem Show, and I appreciated all of it. And I found out where my funding was going to, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Sorg, as a Patreon subscriber.
Yes.
Man, the hosts need to become Patreon subscribers so we can see that too.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have
we
it.
don't
No,
even get
actually,
that.
you guys get all the emails and everything too, don't you? I guess we got to check on that.
Yeah, you got to check on that shit as a
Dude.
I guess I'll have
fancy
to loop that
as
No,
a
in.
man.
fancy human being like myself. I get fancy emails. You fuckers need to put some cash up. Let's go. Listen,
I need a job first, and then I will put cash up.
have you paid $1 for anything in Supercard?
No.
No.
Good
it's not.
job, Mike.
No,
No,
it's not.
but how much have you paid for The Simpsons?
Yeah.
I get a lot of iTunes gift cards for like birthdays and stuff. So
How much
Alright.
have you put into Avengers Alliance?
I put more into Simpsons.
Okay.
Now,
honestly.
question: can we somehow get Patreon to take iTunes gift cards?
Oh, if you could do that, I would totally do it. I would
Apple
totally
Pay,
do
man.
it.
Apple Pay.
Well, wait.
It's a
Could
money laundering scheme.
Sword, couldn't you start can't you start a paid for podcast? You can't do that?
as far
Like
as
charge per episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
exclusively?
funny or die, bitch. No, that's not. Never not
No.
funny. That's what it's called.
No, yeah. Do a
Oh,
podcast
fair.
and charge per episode. There you go. Then people who have iTunes gift cards, instead of paying with like cash or PayPal or whatever, they pay with their iTunes gift cards. You still get that 70 cents. Am I wrong here?
Wait, like I set it up on iTunes, like on the music side of it.
Yeah. You put
Yeah,
up the
man, you can do paid
podcast,
podcasts.
and you basically put the gold up on there.
Huh. It's a good question.
Maybe we should do that.
You know what? Well, let's take this. We'll take this to
Sorg,
gold
what'd
or
you
look
learn in
into
wrestling for the
Anyways, no.
I
let's
learned
go back to the show.
I learned how to monetize my fucking podcast.
So this is the point where we usually listen to voicemails and read the emails. So,
Right.
but we have a voicemailer here.
Yeah.
So are we going full on like we practiced?
Yeah. So if
Okay.
you are a Patreon subscriber, you heard a preview.
You got
of
the
this.
1.0 of this.
I got
So-
the 1. No, I did the 1.0 of this.
Yeah.
I was the 1.0 of this. So Wrestling Revolution got to hear the 1.0 of this. If you're on the live stream, you got to hear this too. But Sorg, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna do a voicemail. Live.
Hold on. Let me.
If you want to know what it's like to be in my car
Hold on.
while I'm mad, yeah, take a drink. Get a drink.
You ready for this?
Hold on, I'm getting a drink too. I need to get my yell on.
Let's take some talent.
You guys got a moment here. Turn down your earphones.
Turn down your earphones. This I'm gonna actually, so the microphone is here. I'm gonna talk this way so I can really yell, really get into this. All right, go. Woo! It is Bo fucking diggity. Now, listen, I didn't watch Raw last night because I'm a dad sometimes. And you know what happens? Sometimes I gotta be a dad. But I heard that the Bellas had Jerry Springer. How is Jerry Springer on fucking Raw? Did they have Michael Sam? Probably not, because Michael Sam has better shit to do than pop up on Raw and let them co-opt his shit. Now, I heard there was an NXT match on Raw too, and I want to. I want to know.
It's a car. Do you get it?
It's a car. Go. Keep going. Sami Zayn is God, and he needs to be on Raw far more often. I haven't even taken the time to watch this match, but you know what? It's going to be fucking awesome. You know what? This has been Bo fucking Diggity. The Bo F Diggity. See, I do it every time, regardless of whether I'm doing this in the studio or not. Bo F Diggity. The F is for the farm animals that are running in my ear right now, and you're fucking welcome. Click. See?
Ruxin showed up.
I'm
See,
so
kids?
lightheaded right now.
Take a drink. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause for Sorg hydration. We're gonna let Sorg come back.
I think that I need some more water.
I got you.
You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go. Okay.
I got
What were
you.
the questions?
There were no questions.
I was busy.
There were no questions. There was just me yelling. Just me yelling.
Is this
So-
egg on their face for not having Michael Sam and dropping that?
No.
It seemed like a weird thing for them to do.
It was them trying to grab headlines because Michael Sam got cut, and the NFL has botched a whole number of things unrelated to the Michael Sam thing recently.
Yes.
So this was a way for them to kind of grab some headlines and like. If Michael, they had a win-lose situation. They had a win-win situation here. Win, Michael Sam shows up.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. He shows up. WWE gets publicity. ESPN talks about it. They're like, hey, Michael Sam was on Raw. They're cool with the gays. And then ESPN goes back to being homophobic as fuck.
I hope the coach would say that.
Or Michael Sam doesn't show up. They don't mention anything, and no one gives a shit other than people like us.
Why would Michael Sam, if he wasn't signed by the Cowboys, which is why he wasn't on Raw, why, if he was trying to get on an NFL team where the NFL teams are probably not going to sign him because of the media he would provide, that he would go on Raw to address that very issue? That would not help him get signed to a team.
Listen, the WWE doesn't give a shit about Michael Sam getting actually signed anywhere. They care about ratings. And getting Michael Sam to show up and talking to a microphone about how he got cut and how, like, they were hoping that he would come out and cut some, like, actual promo. He wasn't gonna. He would show up and wave, and he would be in the crowd, and maybe he'd say something, and he and Darren Young would punch Damian Sandow in the face or something like that.
He and Darren Young would celebrate Easter together.
They would have eggs.
Yes.
But I mean, that's the thing. There's nothing
they would
like
multiply like rabbits.
They would.
Okay.
That's. I don't think
you were looking for the line. You found it.
I was looking for. I figure I was waiting to see when there would be groans.
I don't think you understand how reproduction works, but whatever. So there's like I don't think the WWE
Cadbury
was going
cream eggs.
Bobby.
I don't think there was any like. I don't think WWE was like. They're like, hey, let's get some headlines. Let's get some PR. Who cares? If he doesn't show up, who cares? They got Jerry Springer instead.
Hello, 1996. We want our guest host back.
Now, was Steve there? Was Steve the
No.
Like I tweeted, nobody could find Steve because nobody knows where he's at.
Steve Wilcox is still doing a syndicated daytime talk show where the same shit happens. He's just not the dude tackling
it. And worst about it, it broke down. The Bellas were catfighting and knocked over Jerry Springer and were fighting on top of them, and the security guard didn't do anything.
Well, listen. When one is Nikki Bella and the other is cheese with legs.
What?
Do I have to explain this joke?
Brie.
No.
Cheese
No,
with
you
legs.
know,
on
just
board.
move on. Just move on.
It's brie. Brie is a
pretty
very
good.
soft
Oh.
cheese with
Pretty
legs.
good.
But let
Thank
me
you,
just
Mike.
say, that security guard looked like a non-effective Rob Corddry.
The security guard was a non-playable character in this instance. He didn't do shit. Didn't have to. Whatever. I didn't watch Raw, so who cares?
I'm pretty sure they just went to Jerry Springer and was like, "Hey, we'll pay you money to have these two women fight in and around you, and we won't break it up so you like get human contact." For a
I don't
while,
even think it
and
was
then-
that. I think it was, "Hey Jerry Springer, do you want money? Cool, show up here." And
You're
that was
not
it.
making money anymore, and you used to be a thing.
Yeah, like it was Jerry Lawler first, now Jerry Springer. Jerry Lewis is still alive, right? No,
I don't think
No.
so.
no.
No.
Can't get Jerry Lewis. Who else could they get?
mentioned
Jerry,
I mentioned this in the
Jerry
Hangout last
Bruckheimer?
night. I mentioned it on the wrap up, and I'm going to mention it tonight because it's the best thing ever. JBL summed it up perfectly when they accidentally hit the Bella brother, and Michael Cole was like, "They hit the brother," and JBL just real calm was like, "Who cares? Really, who gives a shit?"
Jerry Garcia.
Nailed it right on the head. Thank
Also-
you, JBL.
Also, if we're taking these segments with Jerry Springer as WWE canon, Brie is a man attacking his sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they revealed the last time Jerry Springer was on Raw. Nikki revealed that Brie was a man. And I kind of wanted that to be a part of growing up Bella.
Now, there's also, but I mean, Jerry Springer has also had many other shows where it's like, "You slept with my man," and the man is also a woman. Is John Cena a woman in this instance then?
No, we would have had to bring in Montel, and they would have had to tell John Cena that he was not the father.
That's
and then you'd
Maury.
hear,
Yeah.
It's both.
Maury.
It's both.
Is it both? Montel
both.
does that shit now?
Yes.
Fuck you for jacking Maury Povich's swag, Montel. I get the... Listen, Maury
Why
Povich...
do all these daytime talk show motherfuckers? Why are they all still relevant? What happened to Donahue? Bring me Donahue. Bring me his head on a spike. God damn it!
Yo,
No, literally, I
yo,
think-
Donahue for life, man.
It's
Hey,
fun.
if we need
That's
a
in your
spike
future.
for his head, you can just take part of the bottom of the cage off, because apparently the cage has deadly weapons attached
Yeah,
to it that
and if
no
you
one
haven't
ever thought to
seen-
use before.
And if you haven't seen, there's a wonderful
Wonderful.
GIF going around of Seth. Yeah,
Depends how much of a fan of Seth Rollins you
Seth
are.
Rollins almost getting skewered by the new spikes on the bottom of the steel cage.
I don't think those are new, man.
I
I've
I've
never
never
seen them
seen
before.
them before.
yeah,
Can I-
they're new
music,
to
I've
us.
never seen that before.
Can I mention that Phil Donahue did a thing in the 80s in particular?
Yay! You're still talking about Donahue. This
Well, no.
is really happening.
No, the reason I did this is because I wanted to see if Donahue is still alive. And he is, which is good. But he hosted a show at the height of the Cold War with Russian journalist Vladimir Posner called the U.S.-Soviet Spacebridge.
Oh my god!
This is the
Can we
name of the
bring out
show.
Donahue to interview Rusev and Lana.
Among everyday citizens of the Soviet Union and the United States, and it was effectively like televised discussions like Russian citizens and the U.S. and American citizens talking about the Cold War. And it was called the U.S.-Soviet Spacebridge. Can we have the Bella Spacebridge? Where instead of them talking about who had the shittiest childhood growing up, they actually put them into a rocket and fire them into space. Can it end like the end of that one Smashing Pumpkins video where the rocket lands in the moon and the moon's like, goddamn!
They go to Mars and find Jack Swagger.
Can I point out why this is relevant in the long run? Because as I search YouTube and I find this shot with Vince McMahon on Donahue in 1992.
Is that the one where they had to explain that wrestling wasn't real?
I think it's that and the steroids and everything. Because I see Superstar Billy Graham as part of this. But yeah, there he is. I think
Superstar Billy Graham looks like my dad's friend Dom. That's fucking weird.
It was me all along, Phil.
Riz is also demanding that we mention
Sally Jesse Raphael or
Oh
Die.
yeah, of course, with the rose glasses.
Or Taylor Gang. Either or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Ricky Lake.
Yeah, can
Or-
we have
or
Donahue
Ricky
come
Lake
on
action.
and interview Rusev and Lana? Can we do that? Lunchbox mentioned it earlier.
Man,
Or
when are
Mad
we going
Mike
to see
did.
Wendy Williams on Raw?
Nobody wants that. Nobody
no,
wants to know how
we
you're
already had
doing.
Shelton Benjamin's mama.
No.
No. Oh,
All right,
that's
guys. On that note,
racist.
we're going to get back to some stuff here. But in the meantime, I want to give a shout out to Slice on Broadway.
Slice
Oh.
on Broadway.
Hey, Slice on Broadway.
Slice.
Give you a slice. That's been supporting the show here weekly. Of course, they're here in the South Hills of Pittsburgh, as well as over in Carnegie, PA, out there on the way to the airport. You can swing by. The Arcs is right there if you're heading into town. Great stuff, and they've been supporting the show and feeding our guests, like AJ, who's been hanging out with us all night
AJ's eating
across the
pizza.
podcast. Yes,
I,
he's eating the pizza. That's completely
AJ's got it
awesome.
to himself.
Oh,
No, Sorg and Shella and I have all shared it. But anyways, I'd like to personally give my gratitude and like a small piece of my soul, I'd imagine, to Slice on Broadway, because God bless that pizza's good. Number one. Number two, you can get to it via public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, it's in my belly right now. And number four, I had like the shaky hands before I got here. I was like real hungry, and then I had two slices of Slice on Broadway pizza, and life was better. And then I broke everything in here.
So excited for pizza, he broke the stuff.
I was so excited for this pizza that I broke things.
Speaking of breaking things, let's bring it back around to wrestling. Check those guys out, by the way, sliceonbroadway.com and on the Facebooks and the social medias as well. So, I made a vow a couple of weeks ago on
Sorg made a vow
on my
Sorg
on
made a
the-
vow.
couple of weeks
I do-
ago.
What's happening?
You're
Time
supposed to
has
keep going,
passed.
man. Every time I try to lay down a music bed, you just stop.
Sorg does not want to lay in this music
okay.
bed.
Well, let's try this again. So I made a vow last
made
week
a vow.
on my other podcast, the Good Morning podcast.
Good morning, podcast.
You can look it up on the iTunes, on the Stitchers.
Good morning, podcast with Sorgatron.
It's on iTunes.
Girl.
But I said that
Sorg, you can't handle this.
I can't.
You
I
can't.
can't. I don't know. I can't figure out the rhythm, man.
God.
I can't figure out the rhythm to this.
You're right.
But no, I said that I'm done with sports. It's all sports entertainment for me. I'm not going to do the football other than when I have to film. I'm not really interested in just following the Steelers or anything like
Sorg's
that.
done with sports.
Nope. Then I'm
No
having
more
my
balls
fun.
for
I'm at
Sorgatron.
Kennywood. And of course, it's the opener with the Browns, and the radio is playing throughout Kennywood of the football game.
Because you can't escape the sports.
Nope, you can't.
Sports,
And then
what's wrong with America?
we heard the play-by-play of the man getting Brogue kicked, as the announcer mentioned multiple times that it looked like a WWF move. And of course, Sheamus replied,
Yes.
saying, haha, wrestling, the NFL just gained a new fan. Antonio Brown can use a Brogue kick anytime he likes, fella. And of course, this was a story on WWE.com because they like their publicity.
Yes, they do.
Trying to ride that NFL line. That one, I couldn't stop. I found a Vine shortly after on my phone.
I
sitting there at
sent it to
Kennywood.
you.
And
To
I
be
don't
fair,
know
in action, it looked more like a curb stop.
how many times I watched it
It was a
over and
kick.
over while I was eating my corn dog.
Corn dog. You had that coming. Corn dog.
But
So-
it's the truth. I was eating a corn dog.
So there's a couple of remix videos that came out with
Corn
this.
dog, this is your fault, Sorg.
there was a couple remix videos that came out. One was from Ben Stonium.
Mhm.
I think
Which was on at midnight last
it was
night.
on at midnight last night. I'm pretty sure that was that the Shawn Michaels one?
No, that was the Karate Kid.
Oh, they did the Karate Kid wax on,
Yeah.
wax off. There was a Jim Ross, Jerry the King
Mhm.
Lawler, Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music. And then there was also Michael Cole Curb Stomp.
I'm not going to play the Vine because we're probably going to get pulled by the NFL.
I just like the
Yeah.
picture that said, "This is Pittsburgh."
There was the one that was
that
This
was
is
the one that
Pittsburgh.
won.
I mean, the internet saw that and went, okay, bye. And they
Yeah.
took off with it because it was hilarious. I watched the GIF of that play happen like 400 times.
Yeah.
And it is like you watch him, like the punter cowers down and he's like, Antonio Brown is in midair and just cleats to face mask face to the ground. It is unbelievable.
I don't like. It's not an intentional kick. Let's be honest.
No, he tried to
was
hurdle
trying
him.
to jump.
Oh
him.
no, he tried
He was
to
trying
hurdle
to jump him.
He tried to hurdle him, and like the Browns punter like fell backwards, and it was just like, "Welp, you're getting kicked in the face now."
Like, I did what I could. This is where we are now. Sorry about the dirt on my cleats.
Yeah, and then
My
the
favorite
punter
was- there
said,
was a-
the punter actually tweeted later on after the game. He was like, "Hey guys, did anything happen during the game today?"
What are you saying, LB?
That's the best thing Cleveland's done in years.
There was a super slow motion video of him jumping set to this indie song called The Kickboxer. And it was like sad and poignant and weird. It was great.
I have the Vine up. I can't stop watching it now. Anyways, let's see. We talked about that. We talked about Seth Rollins almost getting eviscerated, literally.
Seth Kebab.
Seth Kebab. Wow. Hey, shout out to a friend of the show, Mike Kingston. He was down at the Baltimore Comic Con. Our friends Papuga and Jack Bunja, who can be heard on Panel Riot, by the way, at
Yeah, a few
panelriot.com.
episodes ago.
Few episodes ago. Go look that up. But
Thanks.
I understand they ran into Mike down there at his booth, and I don't think they knew that he had been on the show a couple times.
Mhm.
And they're like, yeah, our friends do a Wrestling Mayhem Show, and they're like, and I guess he dropped my name. So cool. People know me more than Sargatron. That's cool. So shout outs to Papuga and Bunja. Jack?
Bunja.
Bunja.
Yeah. Also got his picture with Jerry Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler. There it is right there.
Jerry the King Lawler, who can't take off his terrible affliction shirts.
Oh, God.
I kind of wish that picture was of Jerry Lawler squatting because he doesn't like the Russian anthem.
Now, here's the other question here. Does Jerry Lawler's like affliction shirts, are they like the Spider-Man symbiote, where they're just the same
They're
shirt,
just
but they just
attached.
constantly change? Like he can make
No,
it
but
whatever
those-
he likes to.
But those things were expensive. He probably bought them new and wants to get his money's worth.
I think he actually bought the company. Because
Yeah,
they're always
no,
like
that's
royalty,
those
whatever.
are his shirts. Like, that's a King Lawler shirt, I think. Like, I think he sells those online. I'm not positive.
I'm gonna go ruin my browser history here. Hold on. King Lawler. Oh, King Lawler shirts.
By the
That is a
way,
thing.
shout outs headlockcomic.com if you want to check out what's going on over there. Now he just completed a very successful Kickstarter and has some new books coming out.
Jerry the King Lawler's online store looks exactly like a Jerry the King Lawler website should look. Fresh out of GeoCities.
Oh, man, you can buy crowns.
You can buy the purple crown is $300. All the crowns are $300. None of these are like his. Oh, long live the no! It tells us where you could buy his shirts. Reddit has this. Oh, this is a Buckle. Buckle sells this shit. You could buy this crap at a mall.
Wow.
I gotta give me one of those bedazzled King Lawler cards. Shirts.
Playing cards, yeah.
Those things are amazing.
Also, guys, have you been following WWE Lana on the Instagrams?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because they are amazing.
She's hilarious.
She is unimpressed with your gyms and your America and the things in America. And sometimes, apparently, she doesn't know how to clean off the lens. I don't know why this isn't playing. But there it goes.
I just
You guys, do you want to know how recent Jerry Lawler updated his site?
Why are we still on that?
No, I'm sorry. I just clicked on a link and it made me.
Donahue.
I clicked on cat cam picture at cat figured Carter. That's fine. It has pictures taken within the last year or so, and there are 2 pictures of Owen Hart. So it's been a while.
Ugh.
It's been a while, or he knows something none of us else.
So King's shirts are made by a company called Xavier, and they are like $35 a piece.
Xavier Woods makes them.
Yes.
He also has a PhD, folks. And he likes Power Rangers.
Wow.
Let's keep this train wreck moving.
Let's keep that going. Hey guys, we're gonna go to break. We got Remember When coming up next. In the meantime, hey, go to sorgatronmedia.com/store. We got a lot of great stuff over there. Of course, last week the big release, finally AJ Styles, the missing matches. We got great stuff coming up. Some prime cuts with Matt Dog M Cross, Johnny Gargano, friends of the show. But you can drop in there.
Hi.
No, I'm just kind of
Sorg,
tired.
Johnny
Hold on.
Gorgatron.
Let me drink another one.
Johnny Dog Gorgatron.
That'll be Matt
Great
Cross
stuff.
That's his ultimate form.
Great
Matt
stuff
Cross
over
or
there
M-Dog.
from the International Wrestling Cartel, Renegade Wrestling Alliance, VOW, Vicious Outcast Wrestling, who just had a great ECW style show with Sabu killing a friend of the show. And Prime Wrestling, all kinds of great stuff. sorgatronmedia.com/store. For you guys on video, you're going to get a little bit of a trailer for AJ Styles' Missing Matches, and we'll be right back with Remember When.
If you're not on video, fuck you.
This is my time, my grind. Promise I'ma do this right. Open eyes, see the sign. Now I give it all I got. This is not what you think. This is nowhere near a game to me. It's the air that I breathe in my wildest dreams. Seems out of reach and a little far from my grasp. Times past used to fall on my ass. Every time, heavy grind, getting mine till I reach the finish line. Never die. Tell you why I stay prepared like my life's on the line. And I'm fixing to crash and burn. I'm taking turns for the worst. Learn what was really worth. Putting first, never hurt people that you love. And if you can't do that, then you should give the game up. Straight up. This is my life. Give it everything I got. Live bright, out of sight, shining in the line.
I put them side by side as the guys that I learned from, the guys that helped me get to where I'm at today.
How do we fix the X division? What's the biggest mistake that TNA has made? Who's the next breakout star?
It'd make me mad when I see this happen. I'm like, God, perception's reality. I don't think they gave him the opportunity, just like, there's a lot of guys that didn't have the opportunity. They were in and out.
Wishing we never had man me. Instead of getting raped by the lyrical transition, switching up my style in the middle of a mission. Expedition, got to call it something like spitting. Bounce to the nearest safe house and vision. A decision. Should I?
National Podcast Day is September 30th. But what is National Podcast Day? It's pretty simple and you can help spread the word. National Podcast Day is dedicated to promoting podcasting worldwide through public engagement. You may be asking, what can I do to get involved with National Podcast Day? It's easy. Head over to nationalpodcastday.com and check the suggestions. But ultimately, these options are endless. Remember, September 30th, nationalpodcastday.com. And let's start the conversation.
Hey guys, welcome back. And again, please check out any of that stuff. Please support the show. There's everything from 99 cents to $20, depending on what you're looking for. Individual matches for stuff like Cage Fury. The most recent IWC stuff, some VOW stuff gets a little cheaper too. Just go sample some stuff, and if you sign up for the newsletter, sorgatronmedia.com/store. I know at the moment you get Super Indie 1. It's a free download. That's going to be interchanging. You will get a free wrestling download. Go over to sorgatronmedia.com, sign up for that newsletter, and get something free and get updated on this show and other things going on around here. So guys, we did get some news we were made aware of. I don't think it was breaking at the time from the sounds of things, but Sean O'Hare apparently has passed. Does anybody have a little more information on that handy?
Well, the only thing that we were able to get was that Scotty Riggs tweeted yesterday that he was informed Sean O'Hare passed away. There's really no details.
He passed away Monday.
We know that he was 42. If you don't remember him, Sean O'Hare apparently retired from wrestling in 2006. He's had some stints across WWE and WCW. He came over back during the Invasion angle. Was a part of WCW when it got purchased by WWF at the time. So some tough news there. Seems like we're getting a lot of those lately. So there. With that, let's brighten it up a little bit with Remember When.
Remember when you're gonna fail when you remember when, because you had a piece of your brain removed, and then you had that piece of brain served to you because you watch Hannibal on NBC.
Okay.
I really got to start actually prepping songs.
I'm pretty sure if you had your brain served to you, you wouldn't be able to eat it.
I forget I got to sing every time.
So last night, of course, Jerry Springer, we talked about that incident. And, of course, there was a great flashback again. Somebody else who passed, as I alluded to, was Sean O'Hare. Joan Rivers, I didn't realize how much she had done with WWF over the years. She was a ring announcer. Like, holy crap, you know. And even up there more recently, having the Bellas on Plug and Total Divas, and just I know she was a highlight for me for The Apprentice several years ago.
Mhm.
But anyways, I thought we'd look back at some of our favorite celebrity interactions, not just guest hosts on Raw, although you can if you would like to, but just like what are some of your favorite celebrity moments from any time. And we'll go around the horn and see who wants to pop in here on the Hangouts as well. Bobby, do you have one?
Yeah, I got one. I'm gonna go with Drew Carey in the Royal Rumble, eliminating himself because he didn't want to face Kane.
I'm sorry. I heard Drew McIntyre in my head.
No,
I
Drew
didn't
Carey.
understand exactly why we were
Current
talking
host of The
about
Price
this.
is Right.
Well, yeah,
And former fat guy.
And former fat guy. Yeah, Drew Carey was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, AJ.
I will go with the proper response here, which is Pete Rose. Pete Rose, I'll call him a celebrity person who came in. He came in, and this was after the whole gambling scandal, and basically got tombstone pile drive by Kane every time he showed up. No matter how gone Kane was, Pete Rose showed up, motherfucking Kane popped up.
Oh,
Bust
my
your
favorite.
ass. The first celebrity inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. Ba-ba-ba. I can't say Hall of Fame ba-ba-ba without doing the sound. Sorry. So yeah, that one's mine. Pete Rose.
Awesome. LB, what about you?
I think it was last year, maybe the year before, when the Muppets hosted.
Yes.
And the greatest thing happened. Sheamus had a conversation with Beaker, and it was revealed that they were related.
That was hilarious. That was one
Yeah.
of the funnier things that Sheamus has ever done.
Mm-hmm. And then he pets his hair. That's gold.
Oh,
just gold.
tell your mother I said hi. It's like that's a terrible Scottish or Irish accent. And I apologize profusely for that. But yeah, just tell your mom I said hi was one of the funniest damn things he's ever done.
Bella.
Awesome. What about you, Mad Mike?
All right. Nobody hate me for this. I was only reminded that this guy was in wrestling because of our game this week on the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Kevin Federline.
Which you can get on the Wrestling Mayhem Show super
Yes,
feed on
you
Stitcher
can
and
get on the
iTunes.
Wrestling Mayhem Super feed.
damn super
Kevin Federline, who is undefeated against John Cena.
Oh.
Sorg, we played a game this past Thursday, and there were only 21 people on WrestlingData.com who have a winning record against John Cena. Kevin Federline was one of them.
Ugh.
Kevin Federline, yo.
Ugh.
Everyone else is either has an even record or has a losing record to John Cena. That's why I learned last week. Yeah.
Wow.
As it should be.
Of course.
Be John Cena.
Hot Wheels has joined us as well. What's the question? What's your favorite celebrity? Remember
What
when?
you learn in wrestling this week? We're fast forwarding this bitch.
Yeah,
We're just trying to get wheels off quickly.
Wow. That just sounded so wrong, Mike, just to let you know. But
That was
celebrity.
not exactly.
Will Sasso.
Wheels can't get off in any way except for quickly.
Yeah.
There's an app for that.
That's why he's leading the way.
Well, I'm going to go with Will Sasso when he was Hulk Hogan.
Nice. I forgot about that.
Good. That's good.
I enjoyed that so much. It was just great.
We won't remember when he was one of the Stooges on.
Wasn't he also
awful.
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
He was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He was also Jesse Ventura. He was a lot of people.
Yeah, he played a lot of roles, and I enjoyed each one of them. But his Hulk Hogan was very entertaining.
You can hear more of him on the excellent 10-minute podcast available on the Mayhem Show super feed.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
No.
But it is
I
on
don't know if
Stitcher,
that's
and
a
it is
real thing.
fantastic. How about you, Riz?
I don't know if anybody said this yet, but Bob Uecker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn it!
Right.
It took mine.
Bob Uecker interviewing Andre the Giant and almost getting choked out.
Yes.
Funniest thing I've seen.
I just kind of wish Bob Uecker and Andre the Giant would do baseball commentary.
Well,
It's a little late for that.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, but at the time.
Or maybe get the guy who does the Andre the Giant show. Just have him do the entire broadcast.
Oh, Matt
as
McCarthy.
Andre the Giant.
Matt McCarthy, friend of the show, Matt McCarthy.
What?
No, he
What?
doesn't do that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
he's in the Facebook group.
Well, he is a friend of the show, but he doesn't
Yeah,
do
he's a
the.
friend of the show.
Yeah, fucking
He doesn't-
friend of the show.
he doesn't
I
do
accept
the
your
Andre the
apologies,
Giant show.
Bobby.
He doesn't do the
But
Andre
he's-
the Giant show.
Fuck
He doesn't
Under the
do
Dome,
Andre
Bobby.
the Giant show.
Under the Dome sucks.
Listen, you leave everybody that's under that fake made-up dome alone. They didn't deserve that slander. Not never. I'm
Yes,
clipping.
they did because
loud.
their acting sucks donkey balls.
You know
Well,
what?
that's
They're
a
not
different
acting.
podcast,
Those are
so we
just
don't
real
have to-
They're not
shitty
even
people.
doing the interesting part of the book where they fucking kill those two people and then have sex with the corpses.
Sorg, what
Whoa,
celebrity interaction do you remember?
Read some Stephen King. He's really the
Holy
necrophilia.
This is gone off track so
This is-
bad.
Mine is
Speaking of
whoever.
necrophilia, do you like Katie Vick?
Runaway
Bobby's fault.
train.
Remember when I was scarred for life?
No, that just happened.
What?
Yeah, it just happened.
My favorite is I don't remember who this guy is. But I just remember
Is it
always as a
John
kid
Sparrow?
loving the guy in the shower with the piano with the Bolsheviks
What?
from WrestleMania.
Oh, fuck. What's,
Sorg had a fever dream.
It's not-
oh, WrestleMania
Liberace,
4.
No.
Oh, fuck. What's his name?
Liberace?
6.
No, it's not Liberace.
No, he wasn't in the shower with the Bolsheviks on camera.
Oh.
Wait,
Anyways, that's my guy.
Figuring
I
this
can't remember.
out.
what are
Chelsea,
you alluding to about Liberace, sir?
tell us your remember when.
That he was fucking the Bolsheviks in the ass.
Sorg and
Whoa.
Steve Allen.
What? Steve Allen. I'm sorry. So
Hulk
yeah.
Hogan was standing outside the showers being like, why are they making haunted house noises in there? Because he was an innocent. Hulk Hogan was an innocent.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, it's Paul Bearer. And then Paul Bearer walks up. What's going on, Hulkster?
Paul Bearer's in the shower.
Liberace's having his way with another young man.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Michael Douglas, goddammit. He should have got an Oscar for that.
Let's know your remember whens or Liberace stories. So with that, please go check out prowrestlingtees.com/WMS. There's some really good stuff on there. Headlocked is on there. Some other indie guys.
This show has gone so off track. It's unbelievable.
We got a title, Haunted Showers.
Haunted shower noises.
Haunted house noises.
Indie wrestling or prowrestlingtees.com/WMS. I'm not even doing the thing. I don't even know what I'm doing
Fire
anymore.
shirts. They're
Fire
very
shirts.
comfortable and they'll
Fire
get you
shirt.
laid.
And there will be no
they get you
haunted
laid?
house
Wait,
noises
is that
in your
proven?
house.
I don't, guys. I don't think we should be saying things that aren't true. I mean, these aren't FDA approved shirts. I don't want to make sure that I want to make sure that people aren't that we're not misrepresenting the power of these shirts. I mean, if you go out and you have sex, if you get sex with this shirt, then you should probably. If you get sex with these shirts, you should probably like tell us. But like, I don't think we can like recommend that. Like, if you put this shirt on, that you
I
get
mean,
sex.
we can give you a high five and just nice little.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could get like a
good
high
job.
five, but I'm pretty sure. You
But
won't get
I don't
sex
think
with
we
these
can,
shirts.
give you anything.
These
We've got to
shirts,
bring in the
If you
Mythbusters.
make sexy
Test
time
this
with
shit
something
out.
like
We'll
that.
do the due diligence, and I'll get to fuck the guy with the mustache.
Yeah, you will only get those two. The rest of the Mythbusters got fired.
Yeah, that's fine.
What is happening? Guys, this week is NXT TakeOver.
Yay!
Is our big show.
And Eamon came buckets all over Raw.
A little bit. The NXT is taking over on Raw. Apparently, the Ascension was on main event this evening.
Sword, can I tell you a secret?
Oh, tell me a secret there, LB.
I also came buckets all over Raw because that match was the shit.
Adrian Neville's so flippy.
Well,
Great. It was a good match.
The match was good. It was fine. It wasn't a true representation of what they have on NXT.
Cut his microphone, Sword.
It was great.
Get him off the show.
It was great.
It was a great match. Cut his microphone.
Hold on. What's your problem?
It was great that they were on Raw.
Sword can't find the cut Mad Mike button.
They only used it to showcase Adrian Neville, who's the champion, which is a good idea.
You wouldn't know what happened. You were busy talking shit on Eamon the whole time.
Yeah, you were.
I watched.
Yeah, why don't you come buckets?
The film the whole time.
Come on, make that. make
Someone
that,
found the mute button. Okay.
Someone find
Wheels
that.
points.
Wow.
I'm gonna block Wheels now. Anyway, no, but they didn't they didn't show like the cool stuff that Sami Zayn can do. They didn't show the cool stuff that Tyler Breeze can do. It was a showcase for Adrian Neville, but that's fine because Adrian Neville is the NXT champion.
He is.
He's one that they should be showcasing. Because he's the one defending his title.
I will be crazy pissed if that match is not in the Hulu version.
Oh damn!
Because if it's not on the Hulu version, I ain't gonna see it.
Side note: I noticed SmackDown. You have to pay for Hulu Plus to watch again.
I pay for Hulu Plus anyways. I don't even watch SmackDown now, and I'm not gonna. So fuck them. Fuck SmackDown. I literally don't give a shit about your Tuesday show where you're just gonna have the same match on Monday tomorrow. Like honestly, they're gonna have the matches on SmackDown, and if they're any good, they're gonna do them again on Raw, and everybody in the hangouts gonna be like, "I did this on SmackDown on Friday. I didn't see that shit. This shit's new to me." Yeah, which is what everybody else in that crowd is thinking, because nobody watches SmackDown, not even Sci-Fi.
But it's the most watched thing on Friday night.
You know what else is watched on Friday night? Titties.
Yeah.
Titties get watched on Friday night.
Comparison.
You can't prove me wrong.
Riz?
They don't sit on their ass and watch Raw or SmackDown on Friday nights because they're out doing shit.
But I was told that we fight on Friday nights, Riz.
Maggle.
We fight on Friday nights. That's all.
Technically Tuesday, Maggle.
It's technically
it's Tuesday, but we say it's Friday, Maggle.
Technically fighting Tuesdays,
reasons, Maggle. But the fact is, people have shit to do on the weekends.
Yeah, I could not be bothered less to watch.
Yeah, Mondays work because it's a Monday,
and no one else has shit to do on Mondays.
Well, also wrestling has been on TV on Mondays since before 1993 because
since the dawn of time.
Since the dawn of the USA Network.
It's an event, and people typically don't have a lot to do. Friday's kind of a death night for a lot of TV.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'm sorry, I just did this carousel of progress.
Anyways,
song.
back to it. Still, we had a representative match on Raw of NXT, and I still think it was better representative of NXT than anybody that's come from NXT lately.
Yep, I agree.
Honestly, it's like last night I was up at the college in one of the dorms watching Raw because their student center was being renovated, and the one kid doesn't even watch wrestling, and he's like, "When did they start fighting? Why are they talking so much?" And all of a sudden, that NXT match came on. And he's like, "Ooh, what is this?" This is NXT.
So we have
this is wrestling.
So we have this interesting thing happening. I alluded to. I wanted to talk about this tonight. Last night when we mentioned this on the wrap up. I feel like there is a Raw style, there's a WWE style, and there's an NXT style now. I feel like there's like a separation on. And again, it's kind of like they're creating their own variety. There's rumor they might do a cruiserweight show with some of these guys. Like Alex Shelley was supposed to be contracted to do this thing, right? If you're interested in X kind of wrestling, if you're interested in the goofy diva, total diva thing, you have something. If you like Legends House, you have something like that. if you like balls to the wall, people are trying to prove themselves in the ring to try to get a spot on the main roster. NXT is that thing. It's like you had your Ring of Honor style of wrestling. You went to Ring of Honor to go see it. You watch WWE for what WWE offers. I think NXT, this is the true form of them creating their own, I don't want to say competition, but their own alternatives in a way. Do you guys have any? What do you think? Is that a concept that you know? Do you think NXT is a true alternative to people sick of the variety show on Raw?
It's their indie show.
It is their
WWE's indie show.
It is,
and they can do whatever they'd like to,
and
it could be a completely separate universe where things are awesome,
which it very much is.
Which it is. Where Triple H is actually a pretty cool dude, and I like the fact that they have this. And the nice part about the network is that they can do this. They can have this show, and they can put all the production value into it, but they don't have to actually like spend 5 to 7 minutes on Raw between a match, intros, and any sort of storyline. They don't have to do any of that. They can shove it all into NXT, let those people go, and then like let those wrestlers have their time to actually shine and build up good matches so that when they come to the main roster, like Bray Wyatt, like how many other NXT wrestlers have come up, Bo Dallas, they're ready to have matches immediately, and you're not like, oh, this guy's fucking new. Oh, this is going to be 3 weeks of pain, and then maybe they'll get it. No, they come in ready to go. This is why WWE spent all that money on the Performance Enhancement Center, or whatever they call it, enhancing the Performance Center.
Performance Center.
That why they spent all the money on this, why they partnered with Full Sail, why they built out this entire show. They're building an entire set of things like Full Sail. Aren't Full Sail students running the NXT shows?
Pretty much.
So they're all.
I don't know if they're doing that much now.
They have a hand in it
when they started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the whole reason I say that is that they're building not just wrestling talent, they're also building production talent, because finding people who can produce, and Sorg, you know this better than anybody in this conversation, producing and filming a wrestling show is far different than filming any other sporting event. There's too many changes in views. There's too many changes in angles to make sure that that match looks as good as possible on the television screen in front of me. Instead, like with the NFL or hockey or the NBA or baseball, there's like 3 vantage points. And for the most part, the entire game is shot from one of them, from like a hard camera angle.
And every other shot is enhancement versus you're telling a story. It's different angles.
Right.
Imagine shooting a movie where you have to get the angle of both people and movement and everything like that, but you can't say cut.
Yes.
As a video side. I can't even imagine. Like, I know what we do with 2 cameras. I've been on a shoot with 3 cameras in wrestling where I was a camera person. Just that organization, the shot calling on it. How many cameras they have in WWE and how they know to get certain angles. And of course, WWE is more planned out than any other wrestling. Any
Correct.
Wrestling, they don't plan the wrestling, the angles and to get the story as well, at least in my experience. But they don't shoot for TV. It's different.
They have, how many cameras do they have on the hard side?
The WWE?
Yeah,
I think 2. I think it's gone up and down, but typically I've seen them with 2.
Yeah, because they have like one that's like that they can point up the ramp that's closer to the ramp end of the ring,
Yeah.
and then there's one that's closer to the announce table side of the ring.
It depends on
They're not that far apart.
I've seen them side by side, and I've seen one above the other one.
Okay, and then there's a boom camera that's actually in the crowd. I've seen that one.
Yes, and it rolls around. It's on wheels.
I think there's like 1 or 2, maybe 3 at ringside.
There's typically one on each side at ringside. I think there's another roving guy that covers some of the entrance stuff. Sometimes he's got a stabilizer on his camera, the big thing you'll see coming off of it, and he's got like a harness that keeps it from shaking because he's moving down the ramp, so they're instead of it bouncing on your shoulder.
And let's also talk about the fact that WWE's cameramen are really, really good.
Yes,
there are times where you watch that shot and you're just like, the guy missed the move, but with the shot, that he did.
They've gone through everything earlier in the day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They've done that. Say, make sure you look for this thing.
Oh, I
and
know.
I tell you what, the few shows where I'm on a wrestling show and they say, hey, make sure you get this thing is going to happen. Try to get a guy in position. And I only have one guy to get in position, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I have or no one to tell my one wide cam to say, hey, make sure you get this, or keep wide on this spot, or make sure I have a shot of something else going on when this happens over here, because I won't have any backup.
Right.
It's very limited. It's
that sort of thing comes with planning and practice, and those guys get reps on reps on reps because they're constantly doing a show every single week. So it's not like they've never done that shot before. But like the curb stomp that there was I think it was who got curb stomped last night?
Sheamus.
It was Sheamus. Rollins missed the shit out of that stomp.
And Reigns too.
Oh yeah, Reigns did too. That's right.
But Rollins missed the stomp on Sheamus by a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the shot made it not look so bad.
And also his jump kick from the top rope, I think I can tell, typically misses.
Yes.
But they always, they always get that back angle.
They always catch the angle where like they're not shooting directly at the corner. They're shooting like just off to the side, so that they're basically they're blocking the miss with the guy's
You're going to catch stuff.
You see
I switched to the shop and said, hey, there's them discussing the moves. I should probably switch off to the other camera, or whoop, there's the blade.
Yeah, did you? I'm trying to remember what it was. There was like a shot before. What was the pay-per-view after WrestleMania? Payback?
No, Extreme Rules, I believe.
Was it Extreme Rules?
No, it is Extreme Rules, yeah.
Whatever it was, there was a shot of like King and Cole like prepping before the show. And in the background, you could see John Cena and the Wyatts talking in the crowd.
No, there was the WLC night, which was Extreme Rules.
Yes, and it was
It was the midget announcer,
tiny people announcer,
and there was like John Cena Wyatt in the background. It's like,
yeah, well, that's because one of the announcers took like a selfie and posted it online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then in the background, you're like, oh shit, they're in like, why wouldn't you talk about that shit in the back?
Yeah, he got a lot of crap for that. Like that one guy, he's probably not going to work with WWE again after that one. So I mean, it's still like, yeah, we know, but don't show that part. It just doesn't happen. Anyways, so with that, let's wrap it up, guys. Tell me what you learned from professional wrestling.
Hold on. Before we do, Eamon had a comment in the chat room about the indie show. He said, I really don't like considering it an indie show. It's just treated and handled differently than Raw. Basically, he's saying the NXT is directed by Triple H and Raw is directed by Vince. So it's more like a Vince McMahon show versus a Triple H show.
Okay, yeah.
And if you listen to Triple H's interview on Talk is Jericho, you kind of get the impression, because Triple H literally streamlined the whole performance center, everything about it. Like, it was one of those things on the Monday Night War where you hear Bischoff talk to Ted Turner. He's like, hey, give me prime time. And he's like, he's not going to do that. And Turner gave it to him, like, fine, go do it. That's basically what Vince said to Triple H. He's like, hey, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. Now make it happen. And Triple H is like, oh, shit. Okay.
I honestly wonder what happens after Vince. I know Vince is going to basically work till he's dead, right?
That's what Triple H said.
But
that's literally what he said.
What happens when Vince?
Joan Rivers did.
Yeah, but what happens when Vince goes? Does like Raw become Triple H's show, and do we start to see?
I think you
Raw
already see
become
that.
NXT, like NXT stuff becomes Raw.
Because Triple H has a pretty big hand in that show at this point, to begin with.
Yeah, and I think all of us are in agreement that Raw and the WWE product over the last 2 to 3 years has gotten really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely still overall.
I think
there's still some
problems.
But
the problems is because you're trying to fill a 3-hour show every week.
Yes.
Plus all the other stuff you're doing, plus the network.
I would like to see them
overextended to the max.
Do you think that it would be better served, instead of having one 3-hour show, do 2 2-hour shows? Like actually go back to the brands?
Go back to brand split? Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to shove the entire roster onto one show, go back to SmackDown versus Raw. Never the two shall cross. Only in special occasions should they.
Because I think you had some pretty great things happen there. You know.
Yeah, I'd like to see NXT still be the
title.
If you could still have one title.
You can still have one title and get that.
When they first did the brand split, Brock Lesnar was the undisputed champion, and Stephanie signed him to an exclusive contract to SmackDown. That's the only reason we got the World Heavyweight title. Before that, it was back and forth. Like 1 month Raw would get, 1 month SmackDown would get the title shot. It would actually be a competition.
Now, here's the other question. Could you leave NXT? So in my head, I've got NXT is still like the work on it show, right? Mm-hmm. So it's still Triple H's little baby show that he can bring in new guys, get them into the WWE style, but also let these guys shine on the WWE network.
Yeah.
Then you have SmackDown as effectively the quote-unquote B show, where the NXT guys come up to SmackDown. Let them work on SmackDown. Let them build how to perform. Instead of performing under, how many people does Full Sail seat? 1,000? 500? Something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe if that.
There is a big difference between performing in front of 500 to 1,000 people and performing in front of 15,000. Or working on WrestleMania and performing in front of 70,000. That's a big jump. So you bring them up to SmackDown, let them work on a taped show. That way, if they screw up, they only screw up in front of 15,000 people. Instead of screwing up in front of millions live.
If you're bringing up someone new, you want to debut them on the big show. Otherwise, their debut doesn't seem
as big.
Important. It doesn't seem important.
If you,
unless
you're
doing a brand split. If you do a brand split again,
that's what I'm saying.
Then everything's fine. But
right, but you do the brand split, you let them be two different shows.
So the interesting thing is there's still a brand split because they still run 2 shows every weekend.
Yes, they run
every day.
Well, it's not even that. It's the fact that the SmackDown shows and the Raw shows are 2 completely separate travel schedules.
Yeah.
So if you look, like this weekend they're in this past weekend they were in Hampton, Virginia, but SmackDown was in like Ohio.
Yeah.
So it just depends on like where you are, and the problem is that
they cross over the top part of the roster for the most part. But you'll notice
they only cross over for the actual pay-per-views.
But even wait, we talking about now or then?
Now. They only the 2 shows only get together for either a big super show that they still brand as a super show, or for a.
But they're still sharing roster. They're still sharing roster for the TV show.
Yeah, the TV
but like
shows.
Rarely do people. It's like a big deal when someone from Raw.
Well, I think they have done a good deal of SmackDown saying, okay, we're going to feature Roman Reigns versus somebody.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns is on every week.
Yeah,
right. Roman Reigns is
the only guy that they advertise is going to be on SmackDown. Is John Cena.
Yeah.
The only person they advertise
because John Cena is only on the Raw.
And that's a big deal because he's not always on SmackDown. I think it's more. I don't think it's as split as you're thinking for the show itself.
I'm thinking you do a full brand split. This is Raw.
But as far as like they should do it again. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
and I think
so.
Raw
There's
back.
Way too much talent.
I wonder
too much talent now.
I wonder if USA is the one pushing the 3-hour thing.
Oh yeah, it is. It is because they make more money. It absolutely is.
And they're like, hey, we're
getting that's why Nitro got 3 hours too, because Turner was like, hey, the ratings are great for 2 hours. They're going to be even better for 3.
Right. And the problem is you have to, and just like 3-hour Nitros were, you had to drag that storyline out for 2 hours to get to the payback.
It gets tough. It gets tough.
The actual split, and I'm probably going to piss Eamon off here in the chat. The actual split is WWE and NXT. Because if you look at it, the WWE is being filtered by the NXT guys, just like SmackDown back in the day was being filtered by the Raw to the Raw roster.
Right. Or ECW was the startup show.
Yeah, the ECW startup show or something like that. It goes SmackDown. It goes ECW, SmackDown, Raw. And if they don't want to, and in like Tyson Kidd's case, he went from WWE to NXT. Like. I forget who went from Raw to SmackDown that one time. There is that brand split still.
Yeah,
and
but it's not as prevalent.
It's
a loose one.
And it's still a lesser belt a lesser belt than the undisputed champion, but it's still a belt to get. And my gear is going off. But you have to look at it that way because they are promoting their talent as well. Because now you have the takeover coming up, and the WWE stars and the WWE fans, the universe, didn't get to see that if they don't have the network.
Exactly.
Now they can see that.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yeah, go ahead.
So with that, we do got to wrap up here. So real quick, guys, tell me what you learned from wrestling this week. Mike?
I learned I'm going to get to see Kenta on Thursday, and I'm super excited about that.
Riz?
I learned that either, and this is also going to be NXT related, either I'm going to be really excited for what's going on for the heavyweight title, or I'm going to be very disappointed.
Okay. Okay. What about you, LB?
I learned that you can explain everything Jerry Lawler does or has ever done by thinking that he has the mentality of a 7-year-old.
Fair.
Okay. What about you, Wheels?
Oh, what did I learn? Honestly, I learned that I'm really looking forward to WWE 2K15 and seeing what 2K can bring to the game with the face recognition and I guess the whole
not for CM Punk.
Well, yeah, unfortunately that. But I guess from what I'm hearing also is the fact of you can scan your face if you have the Connect or whatever system you use, which is going to be kind of cool.
Awesome. Yeah. What about you, AJ?
I learned that there's a 9-year-old girl in Japan who sells better than every diva on the roster. Matt Carlins, our friend in the mainstream media.
You just found this out because this is awesome.
I had never seen the Haruka match, and Matt sent it to me. So it's a match featuring a 9-year-old Japanese girl and a fully grown man, an actual professional wrestler. And this
Kenny
girl,
Omega is
Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
and she goes fucking insane. I couldn't stop watching this match, and she's selling everything like death. He's selling everything, and then at the very end, she slaps him in the face, and he goes like this. And then he, toddles off. And they, open the ropes for him, and he's like, I lost. Or no, it was a time limit draw. That's what it was. It was a time limit draw.
If I can make a suggestion for another crazy Japanese match.
Go ahead.
Look for the one with the blow-up doll.
Yes.
All right. Someone wrestle a blow-up doll.
I think I remember seeing that one. Rapid. What about you, Bobby?
I learned that I would like The Rock to show up in the Truth cigarette commercial as Nick Cottrell with the girl. She's like, outside now in the cafeteria. I want Nick Cottrell to show up and just take her outside.
He's gonna smoke those, Cheryl.
And I learned on WWE Supercard, I feel really, really weird that my most dominant tag team is Jack Swagger teamed with Sergeant Slaughter from his Iraqi sympathizer era.
God.
So there's that. If you want to learn more about some of our experiences in WWE Supercard, go to insertcointobegin.com. There's a great review first by Chachi over there. And we talked about Boss Battle this week about some of our Supercard experiences. LB was on there. AJ was on there as well. It was a lot of fun. So please go check that out. youtube.com/insertcointb. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode of that as well. Guys, thanks a lot. AJ, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in and joining us.
It's hot in here, and I'm trying to not die. I'm staying hydrated, and it's been a real fun time.
Awesome.
AJ's not wearing pants.
And thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you everybody in the chat room. Please stick around if you're on the line, or check out on the Super Feed or on iTunes for Indie Mayhem Show. We got a great interview coming up there. And also, please check us out. We're at WrestlingMayhemShow.com or on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, YouTube, and iHeartRadio in video and audio formats. Please subscribe, share, and comment so we can find out how we're doing. We need the critique. Also, drop us a line to goodtimes
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com for 12206WMS0. Big thanks to Michael Allen at Mike Allen PR for the show notes and tweets all night long. And of course, you can join us here live every Tuesday at live.sorgatronmedia.com around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, thanks to the crew at AJ from PGH, at DJ Lunchbox, at VE Riz, at Mad Mike 4883, at Hot Wheels RWA, and at Bobby F. J Town, and everybody else in the chat room. Mayhem Show out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect